Good evening and welcome to the final game of the evening in the MSL. It is Longobarda Futsal Club taking on Phoenix Futsal Club in a game that has huge finals implications. Longobarda are sitting in fourth. In fact, coming into the week they were fourth. Right now they are sixth. And Phoenix are sitting in 10th place right now after United won their game earlier this evening. And a chance early for Phoenix. But a win here tonight will mean that Longobarda will play finals. They can confirm their spot in the top six with a win here tonight. And South Perth, after going down in the final few minutes against the Coburn Wolves earlier tonight, they'll be watching this game with great interest, hoping for a Phoenix upset. So if Longobarda do win, they can jump back up to fourth. And like I said, they'll be then 7 points clear of seventh with 2 games to go. They will then be playing finals. South Perth will then have to rely, if that is the case, on either the Wolves or Braza to lose both of their final 2 games whilst winning both of their 2 games themselves, Alliance. So it's a very interesting watch here tonight, and we'll get going through the team lineups as we are underway for Longobarda. It is Bruno Di Gregorio, number 8. Then the return of Daniel Robledillo, number 10, who has been gone for quite a while. And his return will be very welcome. When he was playing earlier in the season, it was part of the Longobarda undefeated run. So can he get them back on track going into finals? What an inclusion it is. Facundo Ponce, also back for Longobarda, had been coaching for quite some time. He's back on the court now. Alejandro Orjuela, number 16. Ponce was 11. Yusuf Berian, 36. Juan Calderon, number 1. Jerry Dallas, 22. Hazari Sharazan, 31. Lucas Suarez, 27. James Hyung, 12. And Jose Garzon, 32. For Phoenix, it's Amable Nashimwe, 2. Jacob Gordon, 121. Muslim Al Mohammed, 1. NJ Caruso, 22. Oscar Patterson, 5. Kelechi Nemeni, number 9. Sergio Gut, number 24. Isaiah Kelly, 7. Leonard Gamma, 11. Jean Nitanga, number 10, and Ali Zayad, 4. So, huge game. Phoenix have avoided, you would think now, dangers of relegation. And now it's just about playing good futsal going into next season. So I don't believe they can get into finals. And they had a good start to the season, fell away a bit. And they'll be looking tonight to get back on track with an upset win against Longobarda. And I must say, the first upset that Longobarda had was when they went down 8-2 to Phoenix earlier in the season. That was a mega upset. Phoenix will be looking for much of the same here tonight. And we are going now. Berian out to Suarez. Suarez with a chance. Goes to Berian. This is beautiful movement, saved by Al Mohammed. Great movement by Longobarda. Phoenix up to the challenge though. Robledillo, Suarez loses it. And Gamma brings it in. Gamma. Patterson, Gamma, Patterson, Nemeni, Gamma. That ball goes out and into touch. It'll be taken here by Leonard Gamma. Patterson, long ball finding Nemeni, and too heavy off the chest. Longobarda will bring it back in. And Patterson leaves. Comfortable for Al Mohammed, who goes long. Head on it there by Gamma. And it's gone in! What a finish! And the first goal of the evening is scored by Orjuela, finding the top right corner. And that is one step closer to locking themselves in the finals. Longobarda take the early lead. Patterson. Nashimwe is now on for Phoenix. They need the next one. It's not the start they were looking for, that's for sure. They still have possession here and a long way to go. Nemeni. Patterson. Nice run here by Nashimwe. Cuts it inboard now, gets a boot to it, but as does Suarez. Now it's a 3-on-1. Suarez made to work for it and couldn't wrap it around enough. Straight to Al Mohammed. Now the run from Gamma. Still going, ball inside, big chance, cleared away. Berrien able to get a boot to it and clear it away. Shot by Patterson, almost beating Calderon. Berrien, Suarez loses it, and Nemeni. Patterson, and it's an easy mistake there by Gamma. And here is Daniel Robledillo on for his first minutes. I think since the Inter-Perth game where he got sent off red-carded. Might have been 2 yellows. And his return tonight will be great to see. Robledillo on it now. Under pressure from Nemeni. Di Gregorio back to Robledillo. Trying to control it with Nemeni defending him tightly. Robledillo looking long and just clears it away. Taking the safe option. Patterson, Nishimwe. Shot intercepted by Robledillo. That ball just too wide of Suarez, and Patterson will let that run. In fact, he'll keep it in dangerously. Nishimwe finds Nemeni. I don't know if he was the intended target, but he got it there anyway. Nemeni with an explosion of pace and the finish at the back post. Oscar Patterson equalises early in a frantic start to the final game of your Saturday evening. And it was a ball that Oscar Patterson somehow got all the way to Nemeni. I don't know if it was intended, like I said. It wasn't Patterson, in fact, but it got all the way to Nemeni and finished off by Patterson at the back post. Now Robledillo. Can Longobarda get that goal back? Dallas. Bruno Di Gregorio. Dallas intercepted strongly by Patterson. Gamma on the counter. Tries to get it to Patterson. Intercepted by Dallas, who clears away. A very strong lineup Longobarda have named tonight. Patterson. Nemeni to Patterson. Goes long to Nishimwe, but a touch on it by Di Gregorio was enough to thwart it off its line. Robledillo. Dallas loses out. Patterson with a shot. Forces the save on the dive by Calderon. On now is Ponce. For his first minutes, I might have potentially missed some of those in recent weeks, but I don't recall him playing much in the last few months, that's for sure. That ball might have gone over the head there of Nishimwe, but high-scoring early start to this one. Calderon will bring it in. Sharazan on for Longobarda. One ball by Calderon. Dallas out to his left boot, cuts it back to his right. Can't find Sharazan. Now a chance on the counter. Nemeni has a 1-on-2. Gamma arrives, takes off. Sharazan gets a boot to it, and that'll be a corner to be taken here by Gamma. Nishimwe gets a shot off, blocked on the way through, and Gamma can't get to it. And it will be a corner ball after that block. Patterson with a shot, blocked by Robledillo. And it'd be fascinating to see how he does perform. Been gone, hasn't played for quite a while in the Supa-Liga. And here he is fighting for it. Under Nishimwe pressure. And that'll be Robledillo's ball. Robledillo fighting with Patterson. Robledillo still almost getting it out to his left boot and almost able to get it past Mohammed, or Al Mohammed. Long ball ends up with Robledillo here, and that chance goes wide. And Jake Caruso on for Phoenix. Turnover. Robledillo. Sharazan. Ball doesn't get through. Nemeni. Patterson. Nice cut outside by Caruso. Gamma. Dallas putting pressure on Caruso. Patterson. Gamma. In fact, Nemeni. Patterson through to Gamma. Ponce. He's so strong defensively and he's showing all of that defensive metal right there. There's a chance. Big save by Calderon. Caruso. Nice defense there by Ponce, forcing it out as Gamma was on it. Sharazan takes off. Nemeni defending. Sharazan, not enough on that left foot. Attempted shot of some sorts. Rob Ladillo. Still Rob Ladillo. Out to Sharazan. Back to Rob Ladillo. Now cuts to his right. He has Sharazan there. He uses him. Rob Ladillo again. Patterson, can he hold off? He does well. Patterson wins it. And now takes on Rob Ladillo. Does a brilliant job. Try to get it to Nemeni, just out of his reach. And Ponce will bring it back in. And Nemeni goes back. This ball goes over the head of Patterson. Sharazan, last touch there off of Patterson. Garzon, Ojuela. Still Longobarda on the ball. Nemeni wins it back. Chance, Calderon with an easy save. Berrien, couple spins, ends up with Ponce, and now Berrien takes off. All the way back goes Orjuela. And into the Longobarda bench. So Berrien will bring it back in. Berrien, Orjuela. Berrien. Long ball. Going to end up with Al Mohammed. Caruso. Patterson. Here you go, Phoenix. Chance for Gamma. Caruso cuts it to his right. Sharazan wins that battle. Shot blocked. Orjuela takes off himself. He scored one. He might score two. Al Mohammed there, up to the challenge. This will be brought in here by Berrien. Berrien. Well, but that's going to go out and into touch. It's still a Longobarda ball. Orjuela. Long ball by Di Gregorio. Orjuela has another chance for a second goal. And once again, unable to put it past Al Mohammed. Orjuela, Longobarda win it back.
Come on, boys.
To be taken here by Orjuela. Ball gets to Caruso. Chance for Suarez. And that's wide. Chance for Caruso. Big save, Calderon. Gamma. And last touch there called off of Longobarda. Berrien not happy. But it will be Gamma to take. And a timeout will be called. 1-1, just under 9 minutes to go. Tight game here at Subiaco. We'll be back with you shortly. And welcome back after that timeout was called by Phoenix. They've got a chance here to go up 2-1. Can they get that done? Patterson, Caruso, last touch off Dallas, who clears it away. Caruso will bring it in. Patterson through, but only as far as Suarez. Dallas. Di Gregorio. Dallas again. He goes to Orjuela, who almost loses his footing, but does well to get it out to Di Gregorio. Dallas down the line, still down the line, and Caruso getting an all-crucial touch. Last touch off of Longobarda as well, so bonus is it will be Phoenix's ball. Caruso. Patterson. Caruso again. Down the line. Gamma doesn't stay in for him. And Dallas will bring it back in. Long ball by Di Gregorio. Suarez keeps it in. Only as far as Al Mohammed. Di Gregorio. Suarez. Orjuela. Big chance, in fact, it's Garzon. Bit of a collision there, but nicely done getting out to that ball by Al Mohammed. Di Gregorio Gazon, back to Di Gregorio. Big on the goal line there by Zayed. One back by Longobarda. Gazon, big shot save. And a corner for Longo. Starting to really pile on the pressure on that Phoenix defense. Suarez, shot. Only as far as NJ Caruso. Shot blocked off of Di Gregorio's boot. It might go in, and it does! Finish off on the goal line. Jerry Dallas gives Longobarda a 2-1 lead. And you could just feel that when that ball was in the air, it was going to land into a dangerous spot. And Dallas gets the last laugh, puts it into the back of the net, and now Phoenix are down by 1. Caruso to Patterson, back to Caruso. Patterson. Long ball, Zayed. Unable to keep that on target. Long by Calderon. And Patterson clears it away. Di Gregorio. Suarez and forces another big save by Al Mohammed. And now the pressure is really piling up. And you'd think the damn wall does feel like it's about to break if Longobarda keep on peppering away at the goals. It's 2-1, but it could be more soon. And it might be there almost. But if not for the block by Caruso, who is trying to organise this defence. Chance saved on the right hand of Al Mohammed. Still Longobarda pressing. Suarez. Di Gregorio. Gazon loses it. Patterson on the run. He loses it out now, 2-on-2. Di Gregorio. Suarez. Gazon down the line. Dallas out to his left. Beats Zayed. Cuts it back inside. Di Gregorio with a shot. And Al Mohammed saves it.
Lucas. Yeah. Lucas, go to the second post.
That's just booted away there by Al Mohammed. 6.5 minutes to go in this first half. Gazon, Di Gregorio. Can't get it to Suarez. Well done, Shimway. Patterson through the centre. Now goes out wide. Finds Zayed. Caruso. Zayed. Turnover. Now it's a 2-on-1. They might be punished here for that turnover. And Di Gregorio, ball was slightly behind him, but then his touch wasn't the best. On comes Sharazan. For Longobarda. The Shimway, Caruso. Patterson. Good to Nemeni. Nishimwe. Now Oscar Patterson again, back to Nishimwe. Trying to find a way to get through this strong Longobarda defence. Their season's been a bit of a tale of two halves, Longobarda. They had a really good first half of the season. Then the middle patch was where they fell away a bit, but over the last few weeks they've regathered, recomposed themselves, and found themselves back on the winner's sheet. And that's done just enough to almost put themselves into the finals. And if they win tonight, they will be Di Gregorio with a great run and just cleared away. Meanwhile, Phoenix has been quite similar, where they started off fairly competitive for most of the season and they've fallen away. Like I said, they've regained their composure in recent weeks. Sharazan, great ball. Berrien cuts it to his left, but only as far as the boot of Patterson. Berrien, Di Gregorio, back roll. Cleared away by Patterson. Shot there saved by Al Mohammed. And a head away by Sharazan, clearing the danger. Here's a chance. Rob Ladillo, Patterson, Nishimwe, tight tussle, but Longobarda just have so many numbers around the ball. This time they lose out. It's won by Caruso. Patterson, Caruso. Long ball, nice touch from Di Gregorio, as from Sharazan. Rob Ladillo, good. Ends up with Caruso. Nemeni, Nishimwe, that's dangerous, and Rob Ladillo, I said he was going to reset, but had other ideas. Went to Sharazan, who receives again now. This ball ends up with Berrien out to Rob Ladillo, who put it on target and almost got ahead to it. And down goes Al Mohammed, who smacks it away. Rob Ladillo, Di Gregorio cuts it on his left boot. Big save, Al Mohammed. Still a chance. This one goes out. And it's a Phoenix ball. Patterson. Caruso had two defenders to deal with, and I must say he's done pretty well, but he's forced all the way back. And Al Mohammed will reset. It's a nice idea, but the ball from Nemeni was just out of the reach of Caruso. Berrien, Rob Ladillo. Across the face of goals. Nice flick by Berrien. Just comes off the Phoenix defender. Nice cut by Rob Ladillo. Berrien. Rob Ladillo. Strong defense by Patterson. Now Rob Ladillo goes down and a foul will be called. As contact was made. And that is actually the first foul of the game. You know, fairly physical game of futsal, but no fouls have been called, which I must say is refreshing. It's obviously not good viewing when there's 12 fouls in a half of futsal, so it's good to see the referees letting them play. This will be taken here by Berrien. So it's pretty simple for Longobarda. Win and they're in. If they get a draw here tonight, obviously it will help, but it does not lock them into finals. That ball goes wide. They essentially have 3 games left, Longobarda, including tonight, and they need 1 win to complete, to lock themselves into that 6. As that ball is going to go out. Last touch off of Phoenix. Sharazan. Long ball intercepted by Phoenix. And a chance on the outside of the right boot, toe poke. But not enough on it. Sharazan. Good ball through to Rob Ladillo. Berrien, Rob Ladillo. Berrien, back post. Patterson did brilliantly. Now he takes off. Great footwork. Good ball by Nishimwe. And a chance, but great save on the left hand from
That was a good save too, eliminate that.
Calderon. Could that be a save of the round contender? Ball goes down the line. It'll be taken by Longobarda. Obviously missing a few players, or not out there tonight, being Ivan Palermo, as well as Emanuele Vicari, who not playing for Longobarda in the MSL tonight. They do still have a strong lineup out there. And they've got that 2-1 lead right now. Ponce gets it through to Suarez. Ponce gets it through to Suarez. Can't get it through the legs there of Patterson, who takes off on the counter. 2-on-1. Out to Nemeni. Nemeni, big save, Calderon. I don't know what's going on there. He was almost trying to rip the ball away from Calderon. Unless maybe he was trying to help him. But timeout will be called by Longobarda. Calderon. So timeout will be called next. Longobarda possession. Garzon can't keep it in. Yashimwe's ball with a minute to go in the half. Patterson. Nemeni. Long ball by Patterson, intercepted by Suarez. Turns to his right, gets it to Ponce. Too far ahead of Suarez, and that should be a time out, not quite, as it is Phoenix's ball, but it'll be a timeout soon. Potentially, we might get to the first half without that timeout getting through. We'll find out soon. Nemeni down the line, gets it to Gut. Gut out to Nemeni. Ball's going to go out, and that will be a timeout. So 34 seconds to go, and both teams get a minute to discuss some tactics and work on what they're going to do for the rest of this first half. Longobarda will look to extend the lead. Phoenix trying to equalise, and we'll find out in just a few moments. And welcome back for the final 33 seconds. It's Ponce on for Longobarda, trying to make an impact here. He goes to Dallas, who turns around Gut, gets a shot off, forces a big save by Al Mohammed, and Gut now takes off himself on the counter. Turns around inside, gets it to Nemeni. 10 seconds to go. Neshimwe, Nemeni. Now 5 seconds to go. They've got to have a shot. I don't think they're going to get one off. They will. Cleared away by Garzon, or Joella, in fact. And that would do us for a pretty exciting first half of futsal. 2-1 is the Longobarda Futsal Club lead. And we'll be back with you in just about 3 or 4 minutes for A very fascinating second half to come.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week in Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And we're back. Second half. The task is ahead. The task ahead for Phoenix is clear. One goal down. They need the next one, you'd think. Otherwise, it'll be hard to come back. And they've lost the ball already. So Rob Ladillo will bring it in for Longobarda. Dallas. Rob Ladillo, good ball through. Finds Berrien. Won by Gamma. Gamma has Caruso. Caruso on the right boot. It looks good. Massive save by Calderon. Getting that right leg out. Nemeni. Caruso. Gamma. Patterson into Gamma. Doesn't get to him. And that ball is just out of the reach of Oscar Patterson. But he lets that go anyway, and it will be his ball. Rob Badillo will bring it in here for Longobarda. Receives back from Berrien. Good ball through. Dallas needs to turn around. Rob Badillo, shot on the left. Across the face of goals. Caruso. Chance for Dallas. After it was lost by Nemeni. And now Rob Badillo with a chance. Big save, Al Mohammed. Nice little step by Patterson. Caruso back to Patterson. And Longobarda win it back. And this high press is working early in the second half. Shot from Rob Badillo goes wide. And now Phoenix get an opportunity to reset. Here they go. What can they build? Nemeni. Patterson. Cuts it. Then goes back out. And that's going to go out and into the scorer's area. So it'll be a Longobarda possession. Rob Badillo, the man to take. Rob Badillo to Orjuela. Back to Rob Badillo. Great ball through. Just too much on it though. Now Phoenix's chance. Patterson with a good ball through. Heavy touch though from Gamma. Brilliant by Orjuela, still going. And a crucial touch on it there by Patterson. It's Longobarda's ball. Nevertheless, Rob Badillo to bring it in.
Bring it back a little bit, number 10, please.
Berrien. One by Nemeni. 2-on-1. Caruso. He has Nemeni. Cuts it instead. Takes a shot and almost finishes. And another big save by Calderon. And so close there for NJ Caruso. Now the Patterson shot would have found the back of the net, but cleared away, I think, by Orjuela before it got to Calderon. Patterson gets it out to Gamma. Takes on the defender. Calderon gets a touch on it. Straight back to Patterson. Gamma inside Caruso. One back by Rob Badillo. Has the Orjuela run. Goes to Sharazan instead, who cuts it backwards and goes back to go forwards. Orjuela, Garzon. Orjuela. It was. El Mohammed. Patterson. Caruso. 1-2 with Gamma, but the 2 was cleared away by Bruno Di Gregorio. Patterson. Nemeni. Loses his footing, but recovered well. Gamma. Caruso off the deflection. Rob Di Gregorio in his way, and the shot is just left of the goals. Di Gregorio, Sharazan, beats Nemeni. What a move that was. Nemeni went down and it might be finished. It's cleared away by Caruso. That was brilliant by Mo Sharazan. Then it'll be a side ball for Longobarda. El Mohammed is down in goals and Gordon getting ready on the sideline may have to come on. We'll find out. And Al Mohamed's still just recovering. Don't know if it was a boot on the way through.
Just wait, please.
We just need a towel out there to wipe up the sweat. We're getting underway in just a moment. And good news is that he looks all okay to resume his play, Al Mohamed. And it'll be a Longobarda ball. We rob the Dillo to take by the looks of things. And still holding on to that 1-goal lead, which they've had for most of the game. They had scored the first goal. Phoenix responded pretty early, and Longobarda struck right back. And now we're underway. Sharazan, Caruso, Rob Ladillo, Di Gregorio, Gamma arriving. Here's Orjuela fighting with Caruso, who wins it. Now Gamma on the counter, loses out. Orjuela beats Patterson to it. Now it's a 2-on-2. The cavalry arrives and they reset. Di Gregorio can't get it past Al Mohamed. Now Caruso takes off. Back roll. Rob Ladillo has about 3 defenders to beat. Decides against that. Goes back to Sharazan. Di Gregorio. Rob Ladillo. 1-on-1 with Nemeni. Nemeni does brilliantly. Wins it into the center to Caruso. Caruso. It's going to go wide. And now, will it be a corner? To be taken here by Phoenix. That's a turnover. I think the intended target was Patterson. But Al Mohamed gets back in goals. He was off his line for a moment. Caruso cuts that line off very well. And this has been a good performance by Phoenix. They're coming up against a strong Longobarda team. And so far they're in the game. Next step would be getting that next goal. Longobarda have also done well to answer the question when Phoenix did score that equaliser, and they might get that one. They're unable to. Rob Ladillo with a good chance. One back by Longo. Ends up with Gamma. Now Nemeni. Touch on it from Di Gregorio is big. Rob Ladillo. Di Gregorio goes to Orjuela. There's Gamma defending. He'll turn inside to Rob Ladillo. Sharazan has the run of Orjuela, but just behind him. Patterson, Gamma. Touch from Sharazan's good. Patterson. Down the line, Gamma tried to beat Sharazan, but ball still in somehow. Somehow never went out. It was just always a millimetre of that ball just on the line. Orjuela leaves, and last touch there will be off Nemeni. Shot from Orjuela way high. 14.5 minutes to go in the first. In the second half here. Nemeni, Patterson. Long ball, Caruso there. Pretty easy for Calderon to get those 2 mitts out and just thump it away. And now it'll be brought in from a side ball by Caruso. Caruso, Gamma, Caruso. One back by Ponce. Suarez, too much on that. It's going to allow Al Mohamed to clear it. And just got NJ Caruso on the top right of screen, just out of the camera, who has just come up a bit sore, so play will be stopped for a moment. But hopefully all is okay with Caruso. And Caruso is going to come off. So Phoenix are going to bring on Marbalene Shimwe. Gazon, Ponce, Cuts it outside of Nishimwe, and Nishimwe, immediate impact, wins that battle. Wins possession back for Phoenix.
Don't rush on that ball, Lenny. Making sure we good passes there.
Nemeni, Gamma.
This side, Oscar.
Gets it to Nishimwe.
Leave him that side.
And just gonna outrun him. Suarez.
Come on, Kalichi. All good?
Nemeni covering the
What happened there?
Dallas run.
I played the ball. Come on, Lenny.
Gazon couldn't keep it in, so Phoenix bring it back in. Nemeni. Gamma. Gamma down the line, here's a chance. Nishimwe just lost his footing. Still going Nishimwe though, recovered so well. Back post! And a big chance just over the crossbar there by Patterson. And he just had to put that on target. Massive chance to equalise. Goes begging. Ponce tracking the ball down, and it will be a goal throw for Calderon. Long ball out of the reach there of Garzon. Nemeni. Gamma. That's dangerous. Crucial turnover. Dallas almost makes them pay, but a crucial touch on it. And it'll be still a corner for Longo. Suarez, the man to take. Goes to Garzon, who didn't connect with the ball well. Suarez. Dallas. Now Suarez again has the Dallas run. Cuts it to his right boot, instead has a shot himself. And on the third bite, Al Mohammed grabs it. He goes long, and Ponce comes flying in there and heads it away. It's been a really enjoyable game to watch this. Two teams fighting hard and fairly evenly matched so far this evening. Here is Nemeni, 1-on-1, trying to get Dallas to jump. Goes back to Nishimwe, and now Patterson has space. And tried to find Gamma, but was wayward on the pass on the first touch. Now Ponce, Dallas, long ball, and nobody home.
Kaylin, can you try and get less scaffold when you turn right? You should be telling her that, yeah?
Patterson. Nemeni, Patterson. And now the run and the cutback from Nemeni receives from Nishimwe, back to Nishimwe. Patterson through the centre. And that's going to go out. It'll be a side ball to be taken by Longobarda. Suarez, the man to bring it in. And just holding on. They're doing enough, Longobarda, to hold on to this 2-1 lead, which they've had for quite some time now. And as I say that, turnover, Nishimwe makes them pay, does he? No. Big save, Calderon. Nishimwe again, creating trouble. Unable, though, to finish it off. Gamma. Nishimwe, big save that was by Calderon. And just as I mentioned, that Longobarda are just doing enough to hold on at the moment. Nemeni, Gamma, Nishimwe, he's been influential, fighting over it with Berian, who just lets it go. It's going to be a Phoenix ball, in fact. Gamma, Nishimwe, Patterson. Now there's space for Nemeni. Not his best touch. And it's going to be last touch off of Dallas. Gamma, Nishimwe. Back to Gamma. Patterson, heavy touch. Nishimwe back to Patterson. Gets it to Nemeni. That's a good touch. Dallas. Nemeni beats Dallas and gets a shot off. And another big save by Calderon. Just finding ways again and again to make the saves that are necessary to keep his team in front. One Calderon, and that shot isn't going to require a save. That's going to go straight over the crossbar. Wide, in fact, it will be Longobarda ball as sweat is just wiped up off the court for a moment. We'll be getting underway in a moment. Ball gets to Berryan. It's going to be hammered away into the net, and the ball has been lost. It's been caught in the netting. You couldn't do that if you tried it 10 times, and he's found a way on the clearance to lose the ball in the net. It's going to go out into touch.
Black ball. Lucky, go.
Patterson. Nemeni under Berryan pressure, but will just be put straight back in the hands of Al Mohammed, as we've got about 10 minutes of play to go. Nemeni gets it to Patterson, who turns it over. Suarez. Di Gregorio, nice flick, 2-on-1. Suarez gets it to Berryan. Heavy touch allows Al Mohammed to get there. Di Gregorio, Berryan, back to Di Gregorio, big save Al Mohammed. Suarez on the follow-up, chance, and the many gets there. And they're giving it their all tonight, Phoenix. Defending desperately. Di Gregorio, Robledillo, Berryan, Robledillo tries to chip Al Mohammed, who clears it away. He's had a phenomenal game as Muslim Al Mohammed. Brought in here, Berryan, Gamma fighting, and he's just lost it, so it's going to be a corner. Robledillo tried to get it to Berryan. Now Suarez. Shot blocked. Patterson gets a boot to it, a good boot, onto the head of Nemeni, who wins it back off Robledillo. Nemeni, shot blocked. Di Gregorio there. He had Nishimwe at the back post, but Di Gregorio standing in his way. Gamma. Patterson. Last time these two teams played, as I mentioned earlier, 8-2 was the Phoenix victory. Very different game tonight. Phoenix is still in it. Nemeni comes flying in, as does Robledillo, who does well. Bit of contact, nothing called. Both players fighting over it, probably good refereeing. Suarez. Berryan. Back to Robledillo. It's going to end up with him after Di Gregorio got a touch on it. Di Gregorio. Feint. And again, Suarez inside. One back by Patterson. Chance on the counter. 3-on-2. Oscar Patterson still going. Robledillo forces him off his line. Nemeni wins it back. And now Gamma. Patterson. Gamma. Nishimwe. Patterson. Puts it out in front of Nishimwe, who goes and gets it and gives it straight back to Patterson, who hands it straight back to Nishimwe. Can't squeeze it through to Gamma. Nicely defended by Di Gregorio, cutting off that passing lane. Nishimwe Tries to beat 2 defenders. He does just that. Now he beats 3. Keeps it in. Gets it to the back post. Is it going to be a handball? A rolling foul will be given against Longobarda, but no handball given, which probably would have resulted in a penalty. It'll be a corner instead for Phoenix with exactly 8 minutes to go.
You have been doing some time?
Orjuela. Mohammed. Now Patterson takes his time. Long ball. Ends up straight back with Patterson. Nice little touch. Gives himself some space. Nemeni through to Nishimwe. Loses out to Ponce. And Longobarda reset. Sharazan down the line. That's brilliant. It's a 2-on-1. And just ran out of real estate. Did Orjuela. He had Rob Ladillo. If he just could have kept that in, just ran out of room on that far flank. And now Patterson will bring it back in. Patterson. Gamma. Inside Nishimwe. Gamma. Shot. Saved comfortably by Calderon. Thinks about going long, and he goes long on the second thought. Orjuela, heavy first touch. Good second touch. Ponce. Rob Ladillo turns around to Nishimwe. Cuts it inside. Ponce. Massive save, Al Mohammed. It was a brilliant build, but just unable to finish, and good sportsmanship there as a corner will be taken here by Ponce. Ponce inside. Gamma. Ball just went out, so it's going to be a Phoenix ball. Patterson. Gamma. Down the line, one back by Rob Ladillo. Ponce. Gets it to Sharazan. Shot gets off. Block on the way through, so it'll be a corner.
Play.
Ponce. Rob Ladillo. Sharazan down the line. Orjuela turns around to Nishimwe, but too easy that for Al Mohammed. Now a chance on the counter. Patterson out to Nishimwe. Not a bad touch, but Sharazan ready for it. Forces it out. It's still a Phoenix ball. And that will be a timeout with 6 and a bit minutes to go. And there is plenty of futsal to come, so don't go anywhere. And we're back. 6 minutes to go. Plenty of futsal to come. It's been a tight defensive struggle for both teams, which is good to see. Often you see high-scoring games in these days when you're watching futsal, but sometimes it is also good to see two teams just going hard at it. Lots of saves, lots of defensive pressure. Especially with Phoenix, they've conceded a lot of goals in some games in the recent 1 or 2 months. But tonight their defence has been on song. Nishimwe, Ponce to beat. Nishimwe still going. One back by Longobarda. And just as I say that, they give it straight back to Phoenix. Gamma. Cleared away by Sharazan off of Nemeni, who will bring it back in. Gamma. Turns it over. Ponce. Sharazan. Cut through 2 defenders. Tries to get it to Orjuela. Ends up with Al Mohammed, who goes long. A few players around it. And no one gets a touch on it, meaning it will be a goal through. Well, it will be a side ball, just a side ball, which allows some pressure to be applied here by Phoenix. And they'll win it back. Nemeni, Patterson, Gamma, cuts it inside, does well. Has Nemeni, goes to Nishimwe, back to Nemeni, Gamma, and just wide on the shot. And a big sigh of relief for Longobarda as that chance goes begging, as you see. The chance there almost finished off. Dallas cuts it inboard. Tried to get it to Orjuela, who couldn't keep it in. Or it wasn't the best pass, just slightly out of his reach. And it opens the door for Phoenix Futsal. Down goes Gamma, nothing called. Garzon takes off, gives it to Ponce, but Al Mohammed there. And they also did put up a competitive performance last week, Phoenix against Cumbre, which is not easy to do at the best of times. So they've had some good games in recent weeks. Tonight has been another example of it. Garzon, Di Gregorio gets it to Dallas. Ball into the middle. Sharazan. Garzon doesn't get to him. Nemeni. Gamma. Now Patterson down the line. It's too far ahead of Gamma. That's pretty easy there for Al Mohammed, who goes with a long throw, intercepted by Dallas, 2-on-1. Gets it to Garzon. Garzon with a shot. And saved by Al Mohammed, who just manages to keep it in. And that will be a foul on Jerry Dallas. And a yellow card will be given to Dallas after contact was made there with Al Mohammed. He's had a great game, Al Mohammed, but he's also been in the wars. Been down twice now. And it was a great fight there by Al Mohammed. He couldn't grab it on the first bite, but then dove at it to keep it in, winning the ball and the foul. Al Mohammed. Will take 4 minutes to go. Will fifth man be brought in for Phoenix? That's another question. Don't know how often they do play the fifth man. Nishimwe. Patterson. That ball looks pretty good, but just behind Nishimwe. Patterson fighting with Berrien. Berrien wins it. Just needed to wrap it around further to get it to Di Gregorio, but it went wide of the goals. Long ball by Al Mohammed. The Shimway is there, as is Sharazan, but now a chance for Phoenix. Can they get the equaliser they've been hunting for a long time now? Gamma. Nemeni. Patterson. Nishimwe. All the way back to Oscar Patterson. And they're getting pushed further and further back into defence. And that is brilliant defence by Longobarda. But it will be Phoenix's ball. And Suarez will get a yellow, you'd think. And he will. And he probably didn't need to do that. He obviously just tried to waste a bit of time and allow his, probably just a bit of frustration. Not being his ball, it will now be Phoenix to take. Gamma. Almost intercepted there by Berrien, but Al Mohammed will let it run out. Gamma all the way. It'll be Calderon to take, and that will be a timeout called by Longobarda. We'll be back with you for the final 3 minutes of action. 2-1 the lead, and plenty of highlights you would expect to come in the final 3 minutes. Welcome back for the final 3 minutes of play here. Will we see fireworks, or will Longobarda hold on to a 2-1 victory and cement their spot in the top 6? Berrien, Di Gregorio, Suarez, step over, shot blocked by Patterson. Be Longobarda's ball
Step back,
still.
please. Just a couple of steps. Thank you. Perfect.
Sharazan gets it almost through to Berrien, but nice touch on there, clearing it away. And on now for, I believe, his first minutes in the game for Phoenix is Isaiah Kelly. So very interesting. What impact can he have not having played tonight, I think. And in the final 3 minutes, Kelly comes on. Can he be the difference maker? Sharazan gets it through to Berrien, and what a flick around, and almost he scored a similar goal against the Cobras earlier this season, more of a bicycle kick style goal. That one would have been pretty spectacular too. Patterson, Gamma. Cleared away by Sharazan. Phoenix pressing now though. Kelly leaves it for Gamma. Combines with Patterson twice. Back to Gamma. Beats the defence. Gets a shot off. Just wide. Touch from Calderon. Kelly's ball is a bit loose. Ends up with Longobarda. Suarez. One back by Kelly. And one back by Suarez. Now a chance. 2-on-1. This could seal the game. Sharazan, back post. Berrien. Nice cut inside. Can't get it past Patterson. who gets it to Gamma. And cleared away by Di Gregorio with authority. Kelly through. Robledillo, Di Gregorio. 1.5 minutes to go now, just under. Robledillo, this would be a sealer if they can get one now. Suarez, massive save by El Mohammed. Still danger not averted. Berryan and Robledillo nearly. Now a chance on the counter. Gamma. Contact by Suarez, nothing called. Nemeni, Patterson. Gets it to Kelly. Kelly can't get it past Berryan. Still going Kelly. Bit of holding going on. Gamma. Berryan. Back to Robledillo down the line. Keeps it in. Just ran out of room. And the call is that it went out. Had a great angle there, did the referee. Nemeni goes down. Kelly inside. 40 seconds. Shot by Kelly. Too easy for Calderon. Robledillo. Patterson. Mohammed's long ball is going to go out. And now the clock becomes the enemy of Phoenix with under 30 seconds remaining. Robledillo. Patterson, it's going to go wide. What do you say, Oscar? 17 seconds to go. It comes down to this. Robledillo down the line. Still going Robledillo. Inside Orjuela. Now a chance on the counter. Nemeni. 8 seconds. Gamma. This is it. 5 seconds to go. Patterson cuts it inside. Robledillo wins it. And Longobarda are playing finals in the summer season for the MSL 2026. Longobarda are locked in a great victory. They are now 4th and they will finish in the top 6. What a great game of futsal. There are now only 2 spots remaining that are up for grabs in that top 6. It is Braza, South Perth Alliance, and the Coburn Wolves fighting for those 2 spots. One will miss out, and we'll find out in the coming 2 weeks who makes it. But all credit, as you see the stats on the screen, all credit goes to Longobarda, who in a game where the statistics were fairly even, they did control most of it, as you can see in the shot count. Phoenix came hard, but weren't able to get a point out of the game. But very respectable performance by them too. Thank you for watching. We'll be back with you throughout the week for some big MSL action to come.